Smart Prius.
I got a hot rod Prius, and I'm rolling down the line.
I'm making this video to share a little bit about what I've learned about maintaining, replacing, and repairing your Gen 2 Prius Smart Key. These are the keys from the Prius from 2004 to 2009. Hopefully this will prevent you from making some of the mistakes I've made, although I suspect if you're watching this video you've probably already made some of them yourself. These are the original two keys that came with the Prius. These are two replacement keys, and this is going to hopefully be a repair key. Okay, first the original keys. One of these works and one of them doesn't. You can probably guess which is which. But if you guess this one doesn't work, incorrect. This is actually the one that is fully functional. This one, while it's quite clean and looks very nice, it's clean because it went through the laundry. And so you do not want to run your Prius key through the laundry. Even after a couple of days of drying and a new battery, it does not function at all. It is dead. Okay. This key is fully functional, and having a fully functional key is very important. You cannot make a replacement key yourself without a fully functional, actually I don't think even the dealer can, without a fully functional key. So if you don't have one, then you're going to have to go to the Prius dealer, and they're probably going to charge you $1,000 or so to reprogram your computer and give you a couple of new keys. Hopefully you're not to that stage yet. So if you've got a fully functional key, then you're good to look for a replacement key. The obvious choice would probably be to go to the Toyota dealer and say, I would like a new key for my car. Well, they're going to charge you, at least my dealer said they would charge about $180 for the key fob itself, and then they're going to charge $75 to $100, I forget, to program it. So anyway, you're looking at anywhere from $250 to $300 for a new key from the Prius dealer. That did not sit well with me, so I set on to try and find out how I could replace it cheaper myself. My first decision was to buy a used Prius key off of eBay, and that one looks pretty good, but I found out from the Toyota dealer that they charged me, I think, somewhere around $100 to program the key. I've tried to purge it from my memory, which is pretty easy to do these days. And they got it so that it could start the car, but it could not, none of the smart functions worked. So you could still use it by, pulling out the spare key, the mechanical key, unlocking your door, plugging this into the car, and you could drive. So there's a little bit of a safety factor there. Now the next thing I did, which actually worked, was I bought a new key on Amazon.com from Daytona Toyota, so the dealer. They sell these for about $110. And in order to get this thing to work, you have to do what is known as the chicken dance. And I had severe suspicions about the chicken dance and whether it would work, but it actually did. I'm going to try and attach instructions for the chicken dance to this video so that you can try it yourself if you're so inclined. It involves plugging the key in and out a number of times and opening and closing the door and doing things that you wouldn't expect would allow you to program your smart key, but I can testify that it actually did. After I programmed this key, which is basically a new key, I actually ordered another one so that I would have a second good key. Oh yeah, eBay key. So I would have a second good key, and now I have two of these that are fully programmed, new keys, and that gives me the opportunity to feel safe enough to try and take the innards out of my existing key here and put them into this new shell, which cost about $12 or $13 off of Amazon. And I noticed it looks pretty identical, except I noticed the little headlights facing the opposite direction, or the alarm. Maybe they drive on the other side of the street. I don't know. Anyway, so there's going to be a separate video about that. Oh, I forgot to mention, I bought this little case, little wetsuit for this key. This has been broken actually for a number of years now. And I bought this to kind of protect it, to prevent further damage, and it seems to have worked. That and learning not to roll around on the floor doing exercises with it in my pocket. Between the two, it is preserved. And I got this at the dealer. I suspect you can get them online. It's sort of a rubber neoprene type thing. I want to also mention that when you're programming new keys, with the Gen2 Prius, I've read that you're limited to 5 keys maximum. So once you've programmed 5 different keys for your car, that's it. If you want to add a new key, or if you lose a couple of the keys and want to replace them, you have to go to the dealer and they have to do some stuff to your car, to the car's computer, to reprogram it and remove those keys from the programming in order to add new ones. Okay, I want to do a little bit on battery replacement for your Prius key. First thing you want to do is remove the mechanical key. So you have to kind of slide the little lever here over and pull that out. Now to remove you want to remove the back of the key that has your little silver Toyota logo. And in order to do that, you have to press this little lever all the way to the right again and push with your thumb, and that will release it. Or so you think. It's actually a lot harder than, when you've got a bunch of gunk built up on here over the years, it's really hard to get this thing to release. I've assumed it was impossible at times. I read one guy who said what he did is he would take a screwdriver and push in this lever and then give it a little turn, and that can release it also. So that's a separate technique for removing the back. Once you've got the back removed, then you get to the battery compartment. And you need a small Phillips screwdriver. I got this, I think, at a Sears. It's a Craftsman, you can't go wrong. And what you want to do is remove the 4 screws, hopefully without stripping them too much. And they are sort of soft metal. Get the full jam the screwdriver in the hand video here. That'll be fun. Okay, now once you've got that, you can use your fingernail or a small screwdriver to pull off this plate. And now you have access to the battery, and you can kind of wiggle it around and it'll pop out. Pop in a new battery, put the plate back on with the screws, slide this on, and you're set with your new battery. One more item here. When you put your new battery in, or before you put it in, make sure you peel off the little tab on the back of it. I have actually put the whole key together, realized it didn't work, and found out that I left that on. These things can happen.
My batteries are charged up and my motor's wailing way down low. My batteries are all charged up. My motor's wailing low. She ain't too quick off the line, but in the end they'll know. Then they'll know. Then they'll know. It takes 300 miles for my baby really starts to shine. Then she leaves